What's going on YouTube? It's Donnie B all day. So this is part 3 of my right. This is the central machinery rock tumbler. Obviously, those are the tumblers filled with my rock. So my main concern with this was, is it going to work? And am I going to be able to get a really high quality polish into these rocks? Now, I'm learning the do's and don'ts, and I'm finding out my mistakes as I go. I got to go this way so you can get in the light. But so when I first did this, I have rocks. Gotta get it out of there. Got a wedge in there. I have rocks this size in there. That is way too big. It's beautiful. I mean, it's coming out really cool, but this is too big. I'm going to end up cutting this one once it's done to see how it goes, and then I'll probably repolish after I cut, but this is really cool. I've got this Dalmatian stone here that is looking pretty awesome. Now, the first set of stones I did, I put through in a proper amount of time as far as the first, the heavy grit. And right now I'm on the next phase, which is the light grit. I've only had it in for 3.5 days, something like that. But it's just because I wanted to find out what was going to happen, how good it was going to look. And I have to say, so far, I'm pretty pleased. I know it's going to take jagged rocks and make them round and smooth and beautiful. That's not the problem. Here's the one I want to show you, though. This one is a piece of rock that I found in Bisbee. This is copper. I found this walking around the copper mines, and that is beautiful. So my main thing is, I know that they're going to grind up and do all that right. I know that they're going to break down properly. So now my real test is, are they going to polish? So the next phase of this is just polishing. I have actually 2 stones in here, and you can see a Herkimer diamond right there. And then I have some really nice like quartz pieces, agate pieces, and they're coming out really nice. They started out extremely jagged, and now look at this. I mean, that's beautiful. My goal is to finish the polishing process. These are wet right now, but the polishing process, I'm hoping they stay looking wet even when dry, and that's what the goal is here. So now I have to look. I think it's like 6 tablespoons of pre-polish. And so this is the point where I start dropping pieces that I can't lose. This is the point where pre-polish, or this is the fine. Let's see. Okay, so this is pre-polish. I already used heavy grit. I used fine grit, or coarse grit, heavy grit. All I have left is pre-polish and polish. So with pre-polish, it says 6 tablespoons. And I already ordered some more stuff, because this is all I got in that first kit. But 6 tablespoons. And then it says burnish soap, 1 tablespoon. So I'm guessing that's their, oh no, that's the polish is different. So then it says burnish soap, and then pellets to fill extra space. I don't know if I'm going to go all through all this stuff, but we're going to at least use what I have here in this kit. And so right now, we're going to use this TRM Bulldog, which is awesome. And I'm going to cut this open. And it says 6 and 6 tablespoons. And I'm going to say that's about half of that is 6 tablespoons. So I might just use half of it in the pre-polish. Let's see. Get a bunch of it in there. Get a bunch of it in there. And so my next phase is going to be to do this pre-polish. I'm going to just dump a bunch in there. I think it's going to be maybe a little bit more than it needs, but I have more coming, so it's not going to hurt to use more than what's called for. So that's what I'm just going to do. I'm going to pour the whole thing in there. All right, so all my pre-polish is in there. So what I'm going to do now is put this on for another, I don't even know how many days. The directions aren't great, but I'm assuming I can get a good few days in this. So I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. In a pre-polish, what I'll do is I'll stop and take a look at them and see how they're coming. And hopefully everything will be looking good. But I'm pretty excited about the way it's coming out, because if I can get, even if this polish doesn't work, once I get the new polish in, if this doesn't work, that one should. And I should be in a pretty good place. These are working out really, really well. If you're looking into getting into this kind of thing, and I just picked it up because I was bored, and I said, you know what I want to do? I want to polish some rocks. I saw some really nice pieces at a store, and I was like, oh, I could do that. And, well, I'm doing it. So I know now, however, to use smaller rocks than some of the stuff I've been putting in there. But I'm also learning on my own how long I need to keep stones in there. And it's going to determine this kind of stone too, because I have some that I have to do that are really brittle, and I have some that I have to do that are like, what do you call them? You know, when you crack open a stone and there's gemms inside. But I have some of those, and I have to make sure that those aren't going to get destroyed by putting them in. So it's going to be trial and error. You know what I mean? If it all works out, it works out. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But right now, it's about getting these ones in there and seeing how they go. So I am one bit of this away, and this polish is the same thing where it says 6 tablespoons of 6. So I'm going to end up using this just for those two. And then hopefully by the time this is done, my new ones will be in, and my new powder should be in, so I can do some more. But I'm really, really hoping, geodes, that's the word. I'm really hoping that this polish does what I want it to do. If not, then I have to get those pellets and certain kind of soap and all that to see what it's going to do. I think that just buffs it. I'm not sure. But that's what it sounds like it does. If they're foam pellets with a soap, I'm guessing it's like more of a buffing compound. But if this makes it really, really shiny, I'm going to be so happy. These rocks are going to be really cool. The one with the copper, it's awesome. It's just awesome. So hopefully that'll be good. And, I'll even show you. So these are the rocks I already have waiting. It's kind of hard to tell, but those are green. They're going to be cool. This is a bunch of really cool stuff. Then I have these guys. Let me move this. There's a bunch of really nice stuff in there. Then all these came from the copper mine at Bisbee. Every single one of these. So did these, and this big piece I'm not going to be able to put in there, obviously. But I already started cutting and sanding. So what I need to do is grind down and make it flat and then hand polish this one. But I think this is going to be super cool. Little can you tell, because I broke it, but it's kind of like, I don't know if this is going to pop, but it's kind of like this, where it's just tons of shiny pieces of quartz and whatnot. Really, really shiny. It's extremely glitterful, but I don't know if you could see it, but it breaks away real easy. So I'm wondering what happens when I shove this inside of there and they start getting banged up. That might just turn to dust. So I have a couple small pieces, and I'll put those in as kind of testers. and see how it goes. But then I have big pieces that I might be able to either cut or try and hand polish. But so far, this this central machinery piece is actually really good. Oh, here's all these geodes, man. These are fantastic. They're really, really nice pieces. But I've got a bunch of these, and look at that. That's real nice. So if I can get those to not crumble down to nothing and polish up, boy howdy, it's going to be looking pretty darn good. Ooh, man, my eyes are sensitive in this light. So as for now, I'm going to let that pre-polish, and hopefully it'll start to give it a really, really nice feel on the outside of the stone, and then I'll polish it and we'll see how they go. All right, well, that's it for this one. I am Donnie B all day. Until next video.